Hey guys, it's Jake Etsu, co-founder of Seven Figure Scales, and of course the founder of Dropship Legacy. I'm here to talk about scaling Facebook ads all the way up. And of course, thank you for the testimonial. I really appreciate that, guys. So without further ado, let's get started. So there's a common misconception that you can just throw more money at it. Well, I'm sorry guys, that just doesn't work, unfortunately. So we need to scale smart. So we'll scale by adding 50% of your current budget. So for instance, if my ad set is set at $20 a day, add 10 to it. And this can be applied to both auto bid, let's say up to 100 or 200 max, and manual bids. Sky's the limit. I personally find best results waiting a few days between increasing the budget. So just take your time with it. Don't increase the budget daily. You don't want to do that because every time you change the budget, your ad actually has to re-optimize a little. And the second way is to scale horizontally by country. And this is my personal favorite. Target new countries one by one, and each country will have its own ad set. And yes, this means just targeting the US is probably a bad idea, especially if you're dropshipping and have the ability to target more countries. Now, I completely understand if you're just running a traditional e-commerce store or even high ticket, yeah, then you're going to be a little more limited. But if you're doing low ticket items, dropshipping from AliExpress, etc., you're definitely going to want to expand. So oftentimes we'll actually find these European countries, Middle Eastern countries, Asian countries, and even South American countries will actually perform well. And the third way is to scale by splitting interest behaviors into their own ad sets. And you can do this by duplicating and then simply changing the interests or behaviors. So just like how I did with the countries, I changed the countries out. This way you're just changing out the interests or behaviors. So if you have a third-party Facebook ad manager such as Quay or Acquire or however you call it, this becomes actually very easy to do without the need to duplicate. I highly recommend it just because it's such a huge time saver. And if you're doing massive split tests like I do, it's hands down the tool to use. And the fourth way I do is scale by split testing lookalike audiences of customers who have either viewed content, added to cart, or purchased. The standard 3 conversion events. You can then use each 1%, 2%, 3% individually to see which ad sets perform best and become winners. Now, I always test 1% through even 20%. By default, you can only do up to 10%, but some programs allow you to create local audiences for 15 and 20%. And the fifth way I do for scaling is by split testing different placements, age groups, and genders. So check your breakdown column in Facebook Ads Manager to pick out what is working best for you, and then create new ads based off this data for the future, of course. The sixth way is scale up by setting up different funnel points. Now some of you might be like, what does this mean? So it means set up separate ad campaigns. Guys, take note, ad campaigns, not ad sets, ad campaigns for view content, add to cart, and purchases, and most certainly a retargeting campaign. Remember guys, if you're not doing retargeting, you are leaving money on the table, whether it's display product ads, or just a simple video or picture for retargeting people who added to cart but did not purchase. You want to make sure you're doing retargeting, because oftentimes it will be one of the best return of investment campaigns that you can even do. And by doing all of these in conjunction, it will help build your pixel intelligence and provide a nice steady stream of targeted traffic. The seventh way is scale by throwing more money at it. But wait, didn't I just say you can't do that in the beginning? Well, you can to an extent. So with manual bidding, again, I mentioned the sky is the limit. But again, you have to really hawk over your ads, and you're trading automation for a better return on investment. Now, as for auto bid, do you know why? It's because Facebook doesn't track organic related purchases. So if the customers are tagged in a post by their friends, but weren't the ones actually targeted by the ad, it does not count as a purchase conversion. But by adding your reach to these precious eyeballs, you may actually be profiting more than you think. But again, you want to be careful with auto bids, especially when you get into the higher ranges. You'll often see a drop down in your return of investment. The 8th way is, this one is long, guys, scaling by using multiple Facebook or fan or community pages that should all be placed under your business manager. You can create as many as you like for as many niches that you're in. So for instance, if you're in the dog niche, you could create a dog fan page, and if you're also selling zombie related products in your store, you could set up a fan page for those zombie lovers. So this means you can also advertise on these pages instead or in addition to your brand page. That way you're driving even more targeted traffic through your Facebook ads and organic shares and sales. Oh, and on a side note, it's just another asset to your business. So you can also promote other people's products here too and get affiliate income. It just makes your business more valuable if you're looking to sell in the future. The more assets you have, the better. And more on this strategy. So think of multiple fan pages all funneling in towards a specific niche or passion. Here, that Shopify, cha-ching, of course. People are much more likely to convert from fan pages versus brand pages because it has a more organic, non-salesy feel. So on these fan pages, you can create regular posts, dark posts, which I did not discuss in the course, but dark posts are ads that cannot be seen by your competitors or audience unless directly hit by your advertising. So to create one, all you have to do is do as you would for a regular post, but instead you want to schedule it into the far future. So then grab the post idea as you need when you create new campaigns. And on another note, with dark posts, you can actually edit the post at any time as opposed to the regular post, which is a huge benefit if you need to change the ad copy. So in addition to this, you can actually use the same Facebook pixel for all of these pages as long as you have them claimed on your business manager. And if you guys don't, simply create a business manager at business.facebook.com and start claiming. Now on these pages, you can run fun organic videos that you find on Facebook as ads. So yes, I advertise these with no links, or you can link as a comment as to not hurt the reach. So all you would do is post a video as normal and then post a comment with the link. Because if you have a link within the fun organic videos and you run it as an ad, it actually won't be as effective. So just trust me on this. And guys, I still get a good return of investment on them while building my fan pages all the way up. Again, guys, it's another asset for your business. So how do I find these good, fun, organic videos and post advertise? So for those in my course, you already know of viral autobots, the fast way. But of course, there's still the slow way of going on Facebook, grabbing the video link, converting the video on Facebook video to the MP4 site, and then reposting it as your own. And of course, you have to hunt down these pages and find the content in the first place. So you can do the fast way or even faster way now. And I'll post a link below for the fastest way now. Just make sure you are crediting the original artist if it's available when posting. And this tool not only curates the content to find easily, but lets me bulk post up to 100 posts in one single click. So it's actually way better than viral autobots. And guys, talk about time saver for all of my fan pages that I'm running. And the 9th way to scale. Yes, finally we're on the next one. Creating multiple ad accounts. Now, why in the world would we want to do this? So there's a theory that when you run more than a few ad campaigns at a time, that it starts to affect the performance of your other ad campaigns. So in other words, you might be competing with yourself actually. So a possible solution to this theory or problem is to create a multiple Facebook ad accounts and then either one, use the same Facebook pixel, and yes, you guys can share your pixel in Business Manager with other ad accounts, or two, have multiple pixels on your store. So for solution number 1, there isn't much you need to do. Simply assign a pixel in Business Manager to the other ad accounts, and then run ads on them using the same pixel. That way you're spreading out your campaigns over different ad accounts, and then theoretically getting rid of competing with yourself. So for the second method, Yes, you can install the multiple Facebook pixels into your store either manually, so if you're using some other platform like WordPress outside of Shopify, or you're well versed in code, I'm not, or you can use the option like I do with Trackify on the Shopify App Store. Now, I'm a huge fan of Trackify for multiple reasons. It's better than the default Shopify integration because it's actually flawed. Because it does not actually track shipping costs. The shipping is it's kind of a no-no, just considering I do a lot of free plus shipping items. So let's say if a customer adds it to my store, it won't track it. That's a problem. So because even with the minimum plan on Trackify, guys, you can install a second pixel in your store. So now, why would we want a second pixel in my store? Well, let alone multiple. Well, so first off, if you want to sell in your store in the future, guess what? You can hand the buyer the original pixel, and then you get to keep the second. So this means you'll have a hot and ready intelligent pixel ready to go. It's picking up the same data as your primary pixel. And secondly, for multiple pixels beyond the secondary pixel, ever heard of those giant t-shirt sites like Teespring? Well, if not, check them out because this is a site used by thousands of different sellers, all with their own Facebook pixels. Yes, it's littered with thousands of magical fairy pixels. Whee! Anyways, this adds to the theory that niche-specific pixels are highly trained for that niche-specific audience. So with Trackify, we can set up multiple pixels to fire off for specific products. So this method seems to solve the problem of competing with yourself as well as the audience overlap. So now you have a highly trained army of pixel assassins to hunt down your target audience. Lame, I know. Number 10. This is often overlooked. So comment or have a VA comment on all of the people who comment on your page posts. Yes, with some fun generic comments asking them to like your business or fan page, and tell them to go to your website, landing pages, or advertise product. This increases your engagement, which Facebook absolutely loves. And the way you can automate this as well, there's software out there that you can look up on Google, or you can check out the link below, which is what I'm currently using. And by the way, guys, you can even messenger people who interacted with your page. Yes, all they have to do is like your page or comment on a post on your page, and then you can actually send them a message with like a discount or tell them to like your page, etc. So that's huge because with Messenger, it's nearly 100% open rate. Open rates that you will not get on email campaigns. So, anyways, the more engagement you have, the better your ad will do in the auctions. If two advertisers are bidding the same amount in auction for that audience, the ad with higher engagement will always win. Remember that, guys. And hey, this is the end of scaling Facebook ads. These are the strategies that I'm using right now, currently, to scale all of my ads. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, make sure you're going to go actually take action now. Put these strategies to use, because if you're not, again, you're losing money or leaving money on the table. I'm Jay Ketsu of 7 Figure Skills and Dropship Legacy. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.